Welcome back. The job market has been all over the place lately. We're talking about layoffs, hiring freezes, a lot of people wondering what's next for their career.
And it's not just young workers feeling it. Mid-career professionals are asking now how to stay relevant or even how to start over without starting from scratch.
Yeah, joining us to help make sense of it all is Olson Menzel. She's a career and leadership coach and author of the national bestseller, What Lights You Up. Mary, thank you for being here. It's great to see you.
Great to see you guys too.
Well, Mary, full disclosure, our audience may know this and may not know this. We've been friends for over 30 years, so I know what kind of illustrious career that you have carved out for yourself. And I should say that I know that you have been a recruiter for some of the biggest companies in the country and also professional sports teams as well. So you know the job market, and this is a real treat because now you're going to help, let's just say, call it the little guy. So let's just start with the big picture. Hiring is slowing, especially for white-collar jobs and recent grads. So do you think trade or blue-collar jobs might actually be a safer bet right now?
They actually are. And it's amazing. A lot of people now are starting to lean into the trades a bit. They're a place that can't be replaced by AI, first of all. And second of all, you have to be there to do the trades. So it's the human element that's coming in that kind of keeps you safe.
So, Mary, what should someone do to set themselves up for success in those fields, whether it's training, certifications, or something else? And how do you do that if you're trying to balance all these other elements of your life?
You have to create a plan, right? No pivot is going to happen overnight. It's about creating a plan about where you want to go, even from college age on, up until retirement. You have to plan for retirement. You have to plan for every single pivot. So with that, yes, 100% certifications, job shadowing, apprenticeships, all of the above is going to help you round out your skill set.
And of course, AI is really shaking things up for many of us, and a lot of us are fearful about where it's going. So not knowing everything at this point, how can workers really of any age stay relevant and really keep moving as jobs evolve?
Yes, AI is here to stay. We all have to lean into it and embrace it. AI can make our jobs easier. It doesn't have to replace us, but it can actually make our jobs easier. So the more that we know about it, the more we can play around with it, the more that we can understand how it affects our specific industries, the better off we are. Take an AI class, lean in, just even dip your toe in with ChatGPT. But whatever you can do, just make sure that you're constantly learning so that you can stay relevant in your job.
You know, Mary, that sounds great, I think, but for a lot of, and I'll put myself in that category. I mean, this is kind of a new language, a new frontier. It could be a little daunting, it could be a little scary, especially for those that are trying to stay relevant. So I understand what you've said, and I think that's perfect start for all of that stuff. But what about those that are worried about AI and being replaced? Do you have do you have any maybe AI-proof suggestions that you could give for people to not only learn new skills, but as you said, lean into it?
Yes. Remember the human element of empathy, the human element of curiosity and creative thinking, AI can't replace at this point. So when you are leaning into all of the softer skills, like problem solving, getting creative in your job, looking at cross training across your organization so that you can even create more value so that people understand really the gifts that you're bringing to the table.
All right, let's say you've been in the same job 10, 15, 20 years. You kind of have I don't want to say a box, but a path that you're used to, right? How do you pivot without feeling like you're starting over?
Very good question. Creating that plan and understanding that if you're feeling that yearning where you want to pivot, you want to start creating that plan now for the next 1, 3, 5 years. A pivot doesn't happen overnight. So that cross training, the planning, deciding, can I afford to take a pay cut? Deciding what is your method of currency, because everybody's got a different method of currency in that some people want to make money, some people want more time, some people want more joy in their lives. So knowing your priorities and then creating a plan around it is going to help you, and having patience after that, because none of this happens overnight.
And what is the best way to navigate the financial side of things, especially if maybe you want to pursue your passion, but it's not really making that much sense financially? Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, you also want to create a target list of organizations that you might want to work for and see if there's places where your skill set can fit into those roles, and then look across the organization. So if you want to go, say, from being an anchor into being, the GM of a TV station, how do you cross train? And how do you get that experience so that when you are ready for that pivot, it doesn't feel so jarring?
Mary, it's interesting because we're talking about a lot of people, who want to make this pivot, but some people might get to a crossroads in their life of maybe wanting to make a complete change altogether. Or maybe they're feeling stagnant or not happy in their current career. We're kind of up against it here, so we have to make this really quick, but this kind of leads me to my question about your book, What Lights You Up, because that's really where you take all these things you're talking about and you're really challenging people to find out what is it that motivates you, and are you really doing what you want to do? So in maybe 30 seconds, can you just tell us about your best-selling book and what lights you up? What is it? What can people get out of that book?
It's a 10-step process to help you tap into what lights you up, and then takes you through every step to find a job, negotiate the offer, and then how do you create success once you land that job. So it's really a full, robust book with worksheets that'll help you get to where you want to go.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that you've actually put to test with some of your high-end, CEOs and those going for big jobs, and you've really made it easy for all of us. So, Mary, it's great to see you. It's great to talk to you. Congratulations on all the success. Your book is doing fantastic, and if you want to find Mary's book, it's titled What Lights You Up? Illuminate Your Path and Take the Next Big Step in Your Career. It's a great book. It's available in stores, also online. You can also learn more about Mary. You can go to her website, maryolsonmenzel.com. She's also on social media. And again, she will help your path with either the book or her expertise. Mary, thanks for being here.